speaking of being a self-starter, you're also an entrepreneur. We met at the Movie Expo. You want to explain how the Movie Expo, maybe what it is and how that came about?
Yeah, I mean, as a performer, I kind of wanted to help. Like we spoke about it earlier. It's one of the biggest things that I really really live for, which is you realize now with the whole COVID thing, it could all be taken quicker than you can blink. It's what you leave behind kind of thing. And I said, okay, well, you know what? As somebody who's gone through all these bumps and all these struggles and have walked through the different walks of the actor shoe or performer shoe, um, what if I could be that person along with my partner and create a platform that basically shines a light that we wish we had when we first started off? But at the same time, we're also going to appreciate a lot of the people that are behind the scenes that are typically underappreciated. Meaning 99% of the times on the red carpet, you're not going to see the makeup, the hairstylists, the stunts, the catering, all the people that make it possible for these people to go super long hours and to look their best and perform their best. But you will get the stars, the performers. We said, okay, we're gonna, look at all these different bumps and holes and gaps and try and fill it accordingly. And the Movie Expo was born. And, one, as a student, you're always looking for your next out. Two, as a performer, you're always looking for your next connection. And three, if you are behind the scenes, you're looking for more connections, more business relations, and more projects to be on. And of course, it's a bonus for you to get appreciated and to showcase your toys, showcase your studio, showcase your facility, showcase how much your art means to you, but how much the art also completes the full picture of the entire movie.
Right. Yeah. When people don't realize, you're right, like all of the press and all of the front of the movie, and obviously when you're watching the movie you're only seeing visually the stars, but everyone who sticks around, when you stick around for the credits, you see pages and pages and pages of small names that are not getting the credit. It's like, it's a massive, sometimes hundreds and hundreds of people on a set doing all these, and they're all humans. They all have, this is their livelihood, and a lot of them are like true artists, like a wardrobe person or a set deck person, or even some of the carpenters building the sets. Like, they're putting their art and their creativity into everything to make everything perfect. It's amazing.
Just picture the Avengers or Justice League and remove all the computer graphics and remove all the wardrobe. That movie will never look, the characters will never be the same ever again.
Yeah, literally right? Just guys standing around in an empty room.
Right? Imagine Superman, taking the bus to go from point A to point B, or Flash, point A to point B, or, Thor without the lightning. He's holding a freaking hammer like he got it out of Home Depot. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. That's the blessing of having the team and having these specialty departments. So it only makes sense for us to respect them and to honor them. And that's basically the Movie Expo in a nutshell.
Thank you. Yeah, I had a great time there. A lot of it for me was to meet other actors through the studio and expose them to Laughing Vikings as a resource and self-tape studio. But the bigger reason than that, I just wanted to meet the other vendors. I met Daniel Levinson from Rapier Wit, who does all kinds of stunt stuff, as you know. I already took a course. I took the firearms course with them, which was amazing.
Mandy and all these guys. And I mean, your services were amazing. People loved it. And anyone that's watching this is one of the kryptonites that we have as actors. Trust me, from both of us over here. You have your camera, you have your light, you have your script, you have it down, but you don't have a reader. One, it sucks. So you need someone that can read. And oftentimes, mom, dad, sister, brother, cat, dog, fish, they don't do a good job. But also in a sense that the positioning, you have the backdrop, you have everything that's necessary. You don't have to worry about, oh my God, is the lighting good? Do you see shadows? Is this background too busy? Is it this? Just go, it's simple, go get it done, get out of the way from somebody that knows how it's done. And that's why. But again, it's for people like yourself, companies like yourselves, businesses like yourself, where nobody knew it existed. But now it's also a very competitive area. So people want to talk to other people and be like, oh, what is it you do? Cool, great, that's a great service, thank you. If only and personally me too, if only I knew about your existence years ago, weeks ago, months ago, I would have been there doing my self-tape, right?
Now,
So
obviously, for those people listening, if you don't know, all of the TV film industry commercials, no permits are being issued. It's entirely shut down, like a lot of businesses right now. So we're not doing any self-tapes here, but I did, as a result of all this, launch a virtual self-tape option so that we can do Zoom calls, and they've worked pretty well, because I think what'll happen is when we do come back, there's going to be some people who won't want to leave and won't want to go across town. And there's going to be a boom in self-tapes, because casting directors aren't going to want to have 50 people jammed in a waiting room. So I think when we do all go back to work, it seems like that'll be July at the earliest, but I think we'll be fine. Now, your movie Expo, you guys did make the decision to delay that. It was the second annual was scheduled for September, but you've moved it to next year.
yeah, we kind of postponed it way before it became a crazy thing. You know, we were still sitting on the fence, and we're like, okay, maybe it's gonna pass, maybe it's not gonna hit the Americas as bad, maybe it's just gonna stay in Asia, or maybe it's gonna slow down when it gets to Europe, and so on and so forth. And then when it started getting to the NBA and hockey and everything, we're like, oh, okay, it seems like the right thing to do. Let's see what happens, because maybe it's just, you know, because you got these pro athletes, and they were like, okay, well, we have our guests that are coming in. We don't want to put their life at risk, or any of the guests, or any of the vendors, sponsors that are coming in, out of respect, out of value, out of cherishing the relationships we had. We're like, you know what? The best thing to do is just postpone it. And we waited, and we started seeing it became like a martial law almost. It's like everyone's going to shut down, no meetings, no gatherings, 500 and then 100 and then 50 and then 5 and then 2. We're like,
Right.
perfect decision.
I mean, I can only imagine that the organization to put on such a large event, the lead up time for that is so long,
It's about a year.
months in advance. So if you can't be having any conversations where people are planning things right now, because nobody can plan anything. So
No one knows. It's the unknown, right? So
right. Yeah,
no one's going to make any promises, because there's nothing tangible.
Right.